Right now, I am in Traverse City, Michigan, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking to you about the pros and cons of living in Traverse City, and it's coming up right now. For things to do and sights to see, you are now watching Live Great TV, and I'm your official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name's Vaughn Greathouse. Hey, if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area and what it's like to live, work, and have fun in West Michigan, make sure you hit that subscribe button, slap that notification bell, hit that like button so you don't miss out on all the brand new videos that I'll be putting out each and every week, because honestly, I love making these videos, but even more than that, as a licensed real estate agent in the state of Michigan, I love helping you make that move over to the West Michigan area. So that number and that email coming across your screen right now is my direct contact info, and yes, I'm the one who answers those calls and messages. So I get a lot of people who ask about Traverse City compared to Grand Rapids. I had to come up here and see for myself exactly what that was like so I could give it to you straight, tell you exactly how I view Traverse City, give you my opinion, give you my thoughts. I'm going to be checking out some properties. I'm going to be checking out the towns, the shops, all the different things to do in the area, and so I can give it to you straight, give it to you firsthand. With that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so right now I'm in Traverse City and I'm just walking around the town just to get a feel for what the city's like. Got here a couple of days ago, maybe a day ago, and really enjoyed coming out here from the Grand Rapids area, checking out the sights in Traverse City. I get to come up here just a couple of times a year, and there's a ton to do. Like, this is very much so, it has a lot of beach town vibes, but you can also be here year round. I was speaking with another realtor friend whose name is Weston out here. Shout out to Weston, how you doing, man? Was giving me some really great insight about Traverse City area, letting me know like why people love it here, why people hate it here. I just wanted to kind of give my take on it, experiencing it compared to the Grand Rapids area. Now, where Traverse City is located, it is about maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes north of Grand Rapids, and it's on the lake shore. Knowing that it's a little ways away, it's 2 hours away, and the great thing about Grand Rapids itself is that it's 2 hours away from Detroit, 2 hours away from Chicago, maybe 3 hours, and they're all relatively great distances from Grand Rapids area. However, if you're living in Traverse City, the lifestyle here is a little different. They have a saying here that says, a view of the bay is half the pay, which means basically you want a view of the bay, you're getting a pay cut as far as, you know, what a person would normally make compared to just being out here. So I wanted to walk the area, show you guys around what Traverse City is all about. There's a Cherry Republic, which is right here. You can see it, very big on cherries. The Cherry Festival brings about 500,000 people here every single year. People love it out here. Great food, great energy, a lot of second homes in the area. People who come here, it's a great vacation spot. Northern Michigan, they sing it in songs. You know, you hear about Northern Michigan in a lot of different places, so being able to come out here and experience it firsthand has been tremendous. I absolutely love it. And so many great like boutique shops, great restaurants. There was even a great Italian restaurant that I got to check out. So many different atmospheres and so many different experiences to have while you're out here. And even when it comes to the residential homes that are in the area, I can see how a lot of people are debating moving from Traverse City to Grand Rapids because they have some sort of resemblance. And as much as I like to think Grand Rapids is the greatest place on the planet, which it is, this area is very comparable. The energy here, the people here are super nice. We went to do a wine tour and actually had a couple meet up with us. We made friends with them. We laughed all day. We went to different wineries and just enjoyed some food and dessert and things like that. So it was a great experience to come out here and enjoy the people. There's a lot of little chocolate shops and fudge shops. They have the beach area. So during the summertime, this is a poppin', booming place that a lot of people really enjoy. I'm just even taking into account some of the artwork that's here. Traverse City artwork, really nice. And it overall, I would give this, 9 stars out of 10, only because I'm from Grand Rapids, but great environment, family friendly. Talked to a few of the locals. They were explaining that this is a great place if you have kids and very enjoyable. I could definitely see how people love this area so much. Okay, so as far as one of the negatives that I found about Traverse City will be the roads. Now, Grand Rapids has a road issue, and it might even just be a Michigan thing overall. But the roads here could be a lot better, especially as I was driving through some of the residential areas. They have brick roads. If you can see like bricks that's right here. They have some of the brick roads in the residential areas, and they're a little torn up. Even like right here, as you can see, I'm on a corner of a big intersection. They're all a little chopped up. And so the roads are going to be a con of the area. Dodging, there's nothing worse than having to dodge potholes and things like that in the area. So heads up, if you're coming out here, you're probably going to run across some of the road issues in different parts of town. This is a very touristy type of town. I love it. It has its own unique feel as far as its own lake town type of town. I will compare this to Grand Haven, a little bit of Saugatuck, but it's a lot bigger. I will compare it to a South Haven in Michigan, a little bit of Holland as far as the residential areas go. And then the lake homes, I will compare them to Holland as well, because there are a lot of lakes around here. You get Lake Leelanau, you have the west arm, you have the east arm of the Grand Traverse Bay. The Bay area is really nice. You have so many different local lakes, a lot of water, so the boat life here is second to none. People love their boating. There's a ton of, at the park I just went to visit right behind me, because the lake's right behind me, there are a lot of places to dock your boat. So a lot of people, great fish restaurants, a lot of awesome breweries, even one right across the street here, Seven Monks. And this town has a really great vibe. I could actually see myself living here. I didn't want to say it, but I actually could see myself living here just because of the way things are. And also further down the road and in some other areas, they are building a lot of apartment units. I got the post office right behind me. A lot of apartment units, a lot of great restaurants. People are really learning about this area, and it is definitely up and coming. Now, another negative, after speaking with another realtor buddy who's from out here, is saying that there is a high population density here, and a lot of the infrastructure for the area is not able to hold all the people that are here. So for example, the education system, you have the Traverse City West, Traverse City High School, and you have the schools in the area don't have the infrastructure to hold all the people that are moving to the area. So that's becoming an issue for the town and holding all the people that are here. So Traverse City as a whole is about 15,000, 16,000 people in about an 8.5, 8 or 9 square mile range living population out here. And so knowing that, it's going to be an issue, because I get calls from people all the time that are talking to me and they're saying, hey, we're thinking about Traverse City, we're thinking about West Michigan, which one's going to be better? This one's really cool, has a lot of history, has a lot to offer as far as people's in their lifestyle, especially if you're retiring. This is just like a playground. If you're retiring, I could see this being a really awesome place, between the local shops, between the restaurants, between the lifestyle. If you have the money to live on the lake, you're definitely going to enjoy that type of lifestyle. Those floor to ceiling windows in some of those homes. Now the average median price around here is right around the 400,000 range. So knowing that is going to put you in a position where if that's something you can handle, you definitely want to keep that in mind. This is a higher end area, so there are a lot of second homes. There are a lot of people who are just relaxing. It's a very, I will compare this as a more slow pace area compared to Grand Rapids. The pace here is a lot slower. You can live here year round. A lot of people are snowbirds though. That's just in general in Michigan. You have a ton of snowbirds who are there for the summer and out of there in the winter time. So if that's something that you're looking forward to, you want two places, this is a great place to come to, especially if you're from out of town. And then you have really close access to like the more rural areas, probably 20 miles away. You can go hunting, fishing, hit some lakes, hit some streams, kayaking, canoeing, whatever you do. And in the wintertime, like it is, we're moving into spring now, but in the wintertime, you have Crystal Mountain, which is only about 25 miles away. You have Boyne Mountain, which isn't that far. You have a lot of great ski resorts in the area. In order to enjoy your winter time, go snowshoeing, you know, just get out and about. As far as the winter time, you can enjoy yourself and know when you come back home, you're coming to a clean, nice area where a lot of people just enjoy themselves. So I hope you're enjoying Traverse City as much as I am. I'll be showing you around some of the experiences that I'm having. I'm so excited to show you this. It's an awesome place. I love it. Now, another negative of being in the area, especially during the summertime, I would compare it to like Grand Haven. It's that it's not a huge place as far as traffic. So when there are big festivals and events that are going on out here, all the people that are here, the traffic is pretty bad. And when you're with 500,000 people at one time in a city of 15,000, you can see how it gets a little congested. You better slow down and take your time as far as getting from one place to the next. It's a unique area. I love this town, and a lot of people are looking into these condos. Like above me, there's some condos here that a lot of people use for Airbnbs, which are really useful, which are also an awesome opportunity if you're looking for investment properties. You want to rent it out in the wintertime while you're out enjoying the Florida sun or Arizona sun. It's a great opportunity to invest here and just hold your money here because it is such a growing town. Beautiful areas. I'm gonna show you guys some of the houses and some of the condos that are out here. It's just, I can't say anything too negative about it. It's just it's a up and coming. They have so many awesome places. Like a lot of these are condos, and even on the other side, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll have to show you as we get closer. They're a lot more trendy. They're a very trendy type of style, like townhouse, up to date. You know, I don't know if they keep it with the Joneses, but it's definitely something that's modern and that you can kind of show off, got that curb appeal, and you'll really, really love it. So if you have any questions, you know, feel free to reach out, but this is a great place. There it is, I'll show you guys. Right over there, if you can see, those homes right on the water. A lot of places to walk along the river, a lot of rivers and streams that are out here. Just a ton of lake life, a ton of water life. So if you love to fish, I saw a whole group of fishermen right over there just enjoying themselves. It is pretty cool. Now, coming out to Traverse City, I didn't have a whole lot of expectations set. I just wanted to enjoy it for what it is. Now, there are a lot of great restaurants. There are a lot of breweries, distilleries, and wineries like I've never experienced before. There are multiple, I want to say at least 30 different wineries that we were able to drive by. We had awesome wine tours, enjoyed ourselves. Great food, great atmosphere, and the people here are so nice. We enjoyed ourselves. We had a night out and just enjoyed the food, enjoyed the weather, and just had a blast out here in Traverse City. So a lot of the wine in the area, as far as Michigan, they do a lot of business And there are the wineries that give you an experience because they know a lot of people who come out here don't get to visit often. It's a touristy type of town, so when they come, they want to blow them away. So if you ever get a chance to come to the Traverse City area, make sure you check out a lot of these wineries. We went to one called Bonobo. We went to a few different ones that were just an awesome experience. Had great snacks like charcuterie, I can't ever say it, charcuterie boards. Say it all weird, but a lot of great places to enjoy as far as that goes. Distilleries if you like to drink and enjoy your time out. Relax as far as a vacation, just enjoying yourself. This is definitely going to be the place to do it. More so, it's really one of those things where sort of a beach town, lake town, like I've said before. I'm enjoying myself here in the area. This place behind me is called The Parlor, which is a great restaurant. They have a lot of drinks and whatnot, like just hang out towards the evening, watch the sunset. This is an awesome area. Yeah, just recapping my experience so far. The Airbnbs are really nice in the area. A lot of up and coming homes. A lot of good size single family homes that are in the area as far as the living goes. They're kind of not too big. I would say like colonial style homes. Not a lot of modern, huge houses. I think that they make very good use of the space. I'm gonna walk past this home and I'll show you an idea of what a lot of the houses look like in the area, so that way you kind of know firsthand. Another great thing for all my pet people, they have a lot of restaurants here that are pet friendly as well. So you can bring your furry friend, walk around downtown, they can enjoy it as well. But this is an idea of what a lot of houses are in the area. Similar, not huge houses, but really nice nonetheless. Unless you have like a condo, that is also going to be very nice. A lot of condos on the water. A great retirement place, so if you're thinking of just retiring, this is also going to be on my top list of places to consider whenever you're, making that move across the country or across the state, wherever you're coming from. So I'm enjoying myself. This is an experience I didn't expect. So let's just check more of the city out. All right, so it is the next day. I am out in Traverse City and right now I'm on the pier. It is absolutely beautiful today, and that's one thing about Michigan weather. It is so unpredictable. Yesterday it was rainy and gloomy out, and today, if you can see, not a cloud in the sky. So welcome to Michigan, and honestly I think that's more of just a Michigan thing. A lot of it in the area is that we get those gray days. So the gray days are definitely a con of living in Michigan in general. I don't think it's anything you can really get rid of. But on the other side of it, when it's summertime, when it's nice out, it's absolutely gorgeous. Right now I'm at the pier in Traverse City, which is right across from downtown. So I don't know if you can see behind me as I turn around, there's a nice kids park, and then right behind that, a little further back, is all the buildings and the downtown area where they have tons of shops and things like that. That Michigan weather, those 4 seasons are something that a lot of people really look forward to when they're coming out to the Michigan area. Anywhere in Michigan, we really have the 4 seasons. It's just like a Midwest thing. So if you're familiar with the Midwest, you like the Midwest, you get those 4 seasons, you get a ton of snow. Then in the summertime, we have so much fun, and it's just a time like no other. So if you're thinking of Michigan, this is definitely sort of the lifestyle you'll see. All these boat slips here are usually filled during the summertime. Right now when I'm filming this, it's somewhere, I think towards the end of March right now, and into May, that's when you start seeing all these boats come in, and it's awesome because people love their boating, they love their fishing. So if you're a fisherman or you love to boat, you love to be on the water, this is definitely a place that you may want to just check out, at least come by for a weekend and visit, get an idea of what it's like. We got people gearing up with the pontoon boat. So the weather even now is nice enough to get on the water. Would I suggest that they do that? Will you run into some ice patches? Yes, you will. So just kind of proceed with caution. A lot of these people already know what they're doing, so I don't need to explain it. This water is, I don't know if you can see here, but in the water, it's super clear, crystal clear water. So the thing about up north in Michigan that I really admire a lot more than down in the lower area where Grand Rapids, the water is a lot clearer here. So Torch Lake, Lake Leelanau, the East Arm, the West Arm, and Grand Traverse Bay, you see, like, you can literally see your feet in the water, almost as if you're in like a tropical, you know, Caribbean area. And it's just a great environment, like family. You see there's a young family over here with their kids just kind of hanging out, people at the park having a cup of coffee, watching their dogs. There's a ton of dog parks in the area. It's a great environment. The people here are friendly, even down to our bus driver who took us on the wine tour yesterday was just super friendly, super helpful, telling us all about the area, the history, what parts to look for, what parts to look out for. And that sense of community is really what I admire when it comes to living in a certain area. Now, I can tell you all the positives, but I think that's just kind of me and like how I choose to perceive the world. Yes, there is negativity anywhere you go. I'm not gonna lie about it. There's things that you don't like everywhere. So for me to just tell you that you're gonna love everything about it, I can't say that. So that's why in these videos, I do my best to point out the positives and the negatives, and then I let you decide what's gonna be most beneficial for you in your life and where you're headed in the next chapter. So that's just my little tidbit. Another con of being in the Traverse City area, from hearing some of the locals as well as some of the real estate agents, are going to be high property taxes. So if you're not someone who's being a little more financially savvy and conscious, if it's something that you're not able to handle, then I would just definitely kind of steer away, but do some investigation. Don't just block it off completely. Do your own research, and different areas are going to constitute different taxes. So the taxes in the area are something that people talk about often. It's something that comes up in a lot of conversations, so I definitely want to point those out. Now, a lot of the homes that you'll see are situated on the water. These are the nicer homes, and then more inland, more into the town area, that's where you see them begin to lower compared to being on the water. And obviously, you know, if people are living on the water, they're going to pay a higher price. That's just the way it is. It's a nicer scene. You have that view, you have nicer homes, you have bigger homes. So depending on what your lifestyle is, I just want to give you a heads up so that way you feel good about the decisions that you're making. And if you have any questions as far as specifically what houses, what parts of town are a little higher than others, feel free to reach out. My number and my email are in the description, so feel free to reach out even if you just have questions and whatever I'm not covering, I'm glad to help out. So I just wanted to show you what it's like, especially living in Michigan. This is a real Michigan lifestyle. Yesterday being super gloomy out, and today being like not a cloud in the sky, and everyone's just kind of up and moving around and exercising and enjoying themselves. Some young guys out here fishing, kids back here screaming. So it's a great time in Traverse City. I would definitely compare this to Grand Rapids. The only other thing too is in Traverse City, one thing that I noticed personally, it's like outside of Traverse City, if you don't have any dealings outside of this area, it's like that's all that's really out here. So Traverse City's out here, it's enough to come out here and be a part of. You got the Cherry Festival, you have different shops and unique vineyards and distilleries and things like that. But when you leave the area, you'll see them kind of patchy in different areas, but overall, this is kind of like the hot spot for being up north in this area. And Grand Rapids you have the downtown area, but you also have all the surrounding cities, all the surrounding areas that people really enjoy. I would say there's more things to do on different scales, different environments. So just something I wanted to point out for you guys as we're around the city. I'm glad I get to show you around Traverse City.
How you living?